Slide 1, Introduction. Welcome to the 24-month STEM OPT Extension tutorial. In this tutorial, we will briefly discuss what the extension is, how to go about applying for it, and give an introduction to the different documents you will need to submit to the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. Please note, this application requires you to prepare numerous documents, have in-depth conversations with your employer, and to communicate with the Georgia Tech Office of International Education. Applying for the 24-month OPT extension is not easy or quick, so be sure to give yourself adequate time to prepare the necessary materials and submit them in a timely manner. Slide 2. What is the 24-month STEM OPT extension? First, let's highlight the core components. Number 1. STEM OPT is 24 months. You are allowed 2 lifetime STEM entitlements. Each can be 24 months long, but must be for different degree levels. For example, 1 STEM for a bachelor's and 1 STEM for a master's. Number 2. Students must complete the Form I-983 Training Plan for STEM OPT students with their employer. You can find a fillable PDF version of this form on the OIE website under Students Currently on OPT. Use this form so that you and your employer may type sections rather than handwrite them. Number 3. Students are required to submit an evaluation of student progress, part of the Form I-983, as well as a final evaluation of their progress. Number 4. Students on regular post-completion OPT period may now qualify for a STEM extension based upon the completion of a previous STEM degree. The typical STEM OPT participant is an F1 student who completes a degree at a U.S. accredited institution of higher education, participates in the full duration of their 12-month OPT period, and then applies in advance of their OPT completion date for an additional 24 months of work authorization. That application must be based upon a qualifying STEM degree. Slide 3. STEM eligibility. STEM eligibility includes all of the requirements listed on this slide. There are links in the slide that help explain what some of these terms mean. You can also consult the STEM Frequently Asked Questions page for additional assistance. Again, it's important to indicate that you must meet all of the listed requirements to be considered eligible for the 24-month STEM OPT extension. Slide 4. Congratulations, you have determined that you are STEM eligible. Slide 5. How to apply. There are many steps in this process. Be sure to follow the directions very carefully. You will likely not complete the full eForm group in one sitting, so be sure to use the Save Draft function as needed. There are additional instructions within the eForm group that will help you to determine how to answer some of the questions. A screenshot of this group is located on the next slide. You must complete this eForm group to obtain a new I-20 with STEM recommendation. Furthermore, this group of forms is intended to be the place where you will submit any future changes or updates that happen during the STEM OPT extension. Step 1. Access the STEM OPT extension eForm group on ISTART. This eForm group is located under F Students Practical Training. Notice that there are 3 separate eForms in this group that you are required to complete to obtain your new I-20. Look over these forms now so that you have a better idea of the types of things you need to prepare. The first form is the STEM extension request. This form is meant to collect information about your current and past OPT so that OIE can properly make your I-20. The second form is the OPT Training Plan, or Form I-983. This form is meant to outline the learning objectives of your employment. Number 3, the I-20 Shipment Form. This form provides OIE with the information we need to send your document to you. You can see additional information about each form in the Required Forms section. Some students will need to complete additional optional eForms depending on their situation. The optional e-forms are not required to obtain the initial STEM I-20. You can determine if you need to do any of these in the future by reading the description. Be sure to check back regularly during your STEM OPT extension period, since new e-forms will become available to you as needed. Step 2. Complete the STEM extension request e-form. Again, this form collects basic information about your current and past OPT so that OIE can properly make your I-20. Instructions are located in the e-form. Step 3. Upload a completed Form I-983. You can use the instructions linked in the slide to help you complete the Form I-983. This document may take 1 to 2 hours to complete and will require you to work directly with your employer to determine the content. You will retype the sections from the Form I-983 inside the e-form so that OIE can send this information to USCIS. Step 4. Complete the I-20 shipment e-form. This collects basic address information for where you would like your I-20 sent. Step 5. Wait for email approval from OIE to receive your new I-20. Our normal processing time is 5 business days. The approval email will have additional instructions for you to follow. If an advisor sees an error with your e-form group, they will follow up with you by email as well. Slide 6. Screenshot of STEM OPT Extension e-form. Here is a screenshot of the STEM OPT Extension e-form. You will note that the form is under F Students Practical Training. Pay special attention to the sections marked with the arrows. The red arrow indicates where the e-form group is located. The green arrows indicate the 3 different e-forms that need to be completed, and the blue arrow indicates the optional e-forms that are available to you. Be sure to read them thoroughly to ensure you complete the fields properly. Slide 7. Conclusion. After you have reviewed this tutorial in the OIE website, including the Frequently Asked Questions page, you may contact the International Student Advisors at OIE if you need additional assistance. You may also email us at info@oie.gatech.edu. Thank you for watching this tutorial. You are now ready to move forward. Access the STEM OPT Extension e-form group in ISTART to begin the process.